my diamond, SheilaTruelove. You didn't see me yesterday. I was busy. I finally took a day. You know, I like to be consistent. I usually try to make at least between 1 and 3 videos every single day, because the number one thing that is missing, I think, in today's society is consistency. Let me put on my shades here for a brief moment, my darlings. Yeah, I think consistency is what's really missing in today's society. So that's why I always try to at least make, like I said, 3 videos a day. Anyway, I have some juice. Yesterday I had the best time ever. I wasn't able to be with you, but I'm here with you now. Okay, before my meeting starts. Now, this is a man who was asked the question, as a 45-year-old, how do you see things differently than when you was in your 20s and when you was in your 30s? And this is what he had to say.
What is being in your 40s like compared to being in your 30s and 20s?
I was reckless when I was in my 20s, having children out of wedlock with women I wasn't perceiving as wife material. They just were very attractive. Now, in my 40s, I'm putting that wife material thing first before I didn't want to sleep with them. I take family more serious now. When I was younger, in my 20s, I went to college because I had to. Now I'm learning because I want to.
Right.
So I think you start appreciating wisdom and knowledge as you get older too.
What qualities in a woman defines them as wife material versus ones that don't?
Family-oriented, team-oriented, team mentality. A lot of women I'm noticing nowadays, this younger generation, they're in competition. They're going to the job market and they'll put that first so that they can get these designer clothing so they can be the next Barbie. That's not appealing to me. I don't care if you look like Barbie. What's appealing to me is, are you going to add value to my children's life, my life, and then I'll reciprocate that.
How old are you?
I'm 45.
What is being in your 40s like compared to being in your 30s and 20s?
I was
So it takes them like 45. Now let's think about, by the time they're 45, how many baby mamas do they have? How many children do they have by now? And that's what some of the people mentioned in the comments here. It says, men, the way you guys blast single mothers as being used up and not attractive, are we supposed to find this attractive now? How many baby mamas do they have? 45 years old, check this out, with multiple baby mamas. Now he wants to settle down and wants a woman that can add value to his life. No, sir. Go get your match. At that age, he's only good to get finessed. They're saying that you're supposed to finesse these men out of their money. I don't agree with that. As you know, I believe that you're supposed to treat people the way you want to be treated. Somebody else says he's ran through now. Now he wants to settle down after he's all used up. Go marry your baby mama and make that work for your family. Now that I agree with 100%. You have different baby mamas, or whatever baby mama that you have, you need to go and try to work that out with her. Pick one of them. Figure it out. Because to sit here now, you want to bring another woman into your life, and only God knows how that's going to happen, because I know a lot of men who are at 45, 50, 60 who's still out here playing games. But I agree with a lot of the comments here. And don't forget, this is definitely a critical review, and I always value your reaction and your opinion. How do you feel that it takes a man at least until the age of 45 before he feels that he wants to settle down? One woman says it is just so sad that they don't get it until they're this old. Now he's going to look for a young woman that's not used. Sir, you are used up, you're old, and you're saggy. I'm assuming that came from somebody who was relatively young. Another woman sees it this exact way. She says, I was reckless in my 20s, having children all over the place out of wedlock. Now, I'm not an irresponsible man anymore with a raging libido. These women today are way too driven for me. They're too focused on their careers. They're really fly and they're beautiful. These women today got it together. I don't stand a chance with them in any of them. I really need one of those women that I ignored when I was in my 20s and my 30s. Now I want to settle down to become a step parent to your grown children. And you can think about this also when women were young, in their 20s and their 30s. They weren't thinking too wisely. And now they have different baby daddies and they have 2, 3, 4, 5 kids, 6, 7 kids. Yeah, honey, 7 kids and all that. And you think men are going to say, well, she was young, so of course she was reckless. Do you honestly believe that they're going to take that into consideration when it comes to picking a wife or someone that they're ready to settle down with now? No, they're ready to say you're used up, you're no good, nobody's going to want you, but yet, you know how these men are of today, they want you to do for them what they're not willing to do for you. And that's a no-go. That's, the way I see it. And there's this man here, his name is Michael Johnson. He says, sir, you are not husband material yourself. If you are truly sorry and have truly grown as a man, then go raise some of those damn kids you've already made. Be a father first and foremost. Starting over doesn't mean walking away. It means correcting your mistakes and not repeating them. And he got over 5,000 thumbs up with people who actually agree with that. You go back to one of those women that you made babies with, and you look out for them. That's what I would suggest, is either that or stay single. And my thing is, if you're not a wife who's a Proverbs 31, then you're not wife or mother material. If you're not a man who's an Ephesians chapter 5 kind of man, because it shows how you're supposed to treat your wife. If you are a person in general who don't apply Matthew chapter 7, verse 12, treat people the way you want to be treated, then you're not husband, wife material. You're barely human being material. Don't do to people what you don't want done to you. It's just that simple. Anyway, I wanted to make this quick video. I'll be back later after my lesson, my Christian meeting. I don't have any Bible studies today because they were canceled because people are out doing picnics and what have you. Today I get to stay home. I'm so happy. I was out and about yesterday, honey, and I am tired. I came home and I hung out on a couple of lives. Honey, the information that I got from a lot of these lives, ooh, I'm going to come back and share it with you. Anyway, twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.